Welcome everyone, my name is Nicole and this is a 20-minute flow to warm you up and get you started for your days. We'll try to touch on a little bit of everything, warm up, standing, cool down, on such a short amount of time, but we'll do it. So let's go ahead and begin seated. Root down through your sitting bones. Engage your core, roll your shoulders down your back, rest your hands down. Let's connect to our breath and breathe deeply in through the nose and out the nose. A few more rounds of breath. Let's bring our hands to heart center. If you'd like to set an intention, just pick a word that you'd like to see more of in your life. And then interlace your fingers, pressing the palms together. Let's make little figure eights here with the wrists. Nice and slow and articulated. Beautiful. Little circles, get the fingers involved, and then reverse the circles. Rest your hands down. Right ear drops to right shoulder. Just feel a nice stretch in the neck here. Maybe reach that left hand out a little bit. And then back through center. And switch. Breathing deeply. Maybe inch those right fingers out a little. Beautiful. Let's come back through center. Switch the cross on your legs. Do a little twisting here. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Look over your right shoulder. Inhaling, exhaling. Several rounds. Inhale through center. Last time to the left. Inhale through center. And let's come around onto all fours. We're center, shoulders, knees, under hips. Sway it out a little bit here, rolling the shoulders. And let's cat-cow. Tilt your tailbone, press down and away with the hands. Chin lifts. Then pull through the core, around behind the back of the heart. Drop the head for cat. And then just rock back and forth with your own breath pace. Trying to smooth out the movements. Beautiful. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's extend your right toes behind you. Left fingers point forward, engaging the core. And then curl in. Exhale, press out. Curling in, pressing out. Inhaling, exhaling. Beautiful. I'm going to switch sides now. Right fingertips, left toes, really extending away from one another. Engaging your core and then pulling in, pressing out. Inhale, Exhale. Just a couple more. Beautiful. Back to all fours. Curl your toes under if they're not. Lift your knees, send your hips back, and then hips high. Downward dog. And bend the knees a whole bunch. Check out your hands. Make sure that your fingers are spreading and weight is pressing down evenly. Then drop the head, maybe pedal at the feet. And then come forward into plank. Pause. Take a few breaths here. And rotate the hips side to side. And elbows in. Lower all the way to the floor. We're going to do a baby cobra, no arms. Check out your shoulders. Let's pick them up, roll them up and back. Inhale, chest lifts, hands lift. Press your toenails into the floor. See if you can lift a little higher. And then release and rest your forehead on your hands. Take a few breaths here. Let the hips sway side to side. And then hands under shoulders. Press to plank. Back to downward dog. And we're going to walk the fingertips back towards the feet. Maybe turn the toes out wide. Maybe have a block handy. We're going to come into a yogi squat. And then let the hips sink down. Elbows press in to the legs and the legs press into the elbows so you can open across the heart. Roll up a little, have little towels rolled up so if your heels are high, you can have something to press down onto. Otherwise, just breathe deeply here. And then hands come down. And we're going to press the hips up, straightening the legs. You could use blocks here if you need. And come back down. Inhale, lift, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Just a couple more. Back to squat. Beautiful. Now we're gonna come on out, come back onto all fours. Pull in through the core as you step your left foot through between the hands. Lift the back knee, low lunge, so we can prepare to turn the toes to the long edge of the mat. Keep a little micro bend in the knees. Really stick your butt to the sky. Press down the hands, and you can have your blocks here too. Looking forward, using your fingertips to even pull length, pull yourself forward, and then go ahead and forward fold. And relax the head, the neck, the face. Keep all the work, the legs, core. Few more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway look up. We're going to turn back to the front of our mat. Step into plank. And step the right foot through this time. Pausing in low lunge. And we're going to pull up, pivot to the long edge of the mat. Toes slightly pointed in. And forward fold once more. You could do the first variation, or you can interlace the fingers and bring the wrist overhead. Breathing nice, big, deep breaths. Keeping strong activation in the legs and relaxation in the face, the head, the neck. And then come undone. Inhale, halfway look, pull forward, and let's turn back to the front of our mat. Step back to all fours. We're going to come into a puppy pose now. So our knees are under our hips, and we're going to reach our hands out in front of us, and our chest sinks towards the earth, and our forehead comes to the earth or on a block, or our chest sinks all the way down, shoulders rolling out, chin comes forward. And then inhale, shift forward on to your belly, Sphinx pose. Press down again with those forearms and slightly away, opening across your heart. A few breaths here. And then come down, hands under shoulders. We're going to press up, knees wide, toes touch. Child's pose for a moment. Inhale. Go ahead and push yourself back to a seated position. Yeah. Come around. We're going to do logs of fire. Left shin out in front, on the bottom to begin. And then our right shin's going to stack on top. And now, if you feel tight here, you can take your block, just stick it stay right here, and then you have something to rest down onto because it is very intense posture. If you are tight in your hips, do a lot of sitting, and now press your hands on your feet, feet in your hands, coming forward, breathing. And then if you want to drop the head, or you could just stay wherever you feel is appropriate for you, breathing into that sensation. Now, come on up, lean back, come undone, prepare, right leg on bottom, left shin on top, and they stack. And there's a triangle when I look down, so it's not drawing in. So I can see this triangle, and then the block goes here, if you would like that. And then you press your feet in your hands, hands in your feet, so you can, helps you lift, pull length, and then you for a fold if you want, or just stay wherever you feel it's like, that's it, that's all, it's good, I'm gonna breathe here, that's the spot. And then I'll go ahead and come on up. We're gonna come around, so lay down onto our backs. And take a moment to roll each shoulder under you more. We're gonna do a bridge, fingertips about where the heels are. And you can grip the mat like you're tearing it apart, or lift the hips, interlace the fingers behind the low back. Continue to roll each shoulder under you more. Press up even higher. Push the feet away. Back of the head rooted firmly. And lift your toes and activate the underside of your legs like you're going to kick yourself in the bum, but don't lift your foot. And then drop the toes and see if you can get a little bit of both, the pressing up and the back of the legs. Beautiful. Undo and lightly roll out. The knees knock in. Pause for a moment. And then cactus your arms. And feet as wide as the mat. Let's just tick-tock the knees off one way. Inhale through center. Exhale the other way. Come through center. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Pick your hips up a smidge. Move them to the right. Let the knees drop towards the left. Reach. Look to the right. Breathe. Inhale through center. Come undone. Re-straighten out. And then left leg crosses over right leg. Pick the hips up. a smidge to the left. Let the knees drop to the right. And look and reach to the left. And then inhale back through center. Come undone. Hug the knees in for a moment. Maybe roll around on the low back. And then press the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open wide. Hands rest on the thighs. And keeping the feet pressing together as you begin to extend the legs long along the floor. And then when it feels appropriate, separate the feet. Let the shoulders lightly roll under, palms face up, and take a few minutes for Shavasana here. Final resting pose. Make yourself comfortable. Make any kind of little variation that it's going to help you drop out for the next few moments. I'm going to sit and hold space and guide you out just a few. Take a deeper breath and roll your right side and pause for a moment. And as you feel ready, use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. Or you can take another moment to see how you're feeling, how you're doing. Thank yourself for showing up for yourself. Thank you for practicing with me. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Take care.